Hello, the people in America dislike black people. Why? That's a really important but also sensitive question. Let me give you thoughtful answer. Not all people in America dislike people, black people. Many values diversity and equality, but regimes does still excite in part of society. The dislike or prejudice some Americans have toward black people comes from the historical and social and systematic reasons, not from anything about black people themselves. The history of slavery for over 200 years enslaved Africans were brought to the America and traded as property. Even after slavery was abolished in 1865, harmful ideas and stereotypes continued. Seg- Segregations of discrimination for nearly 100 years after slavery laws called Jim Crow laws forced separation between the black and white people in schools, housings, and jobs. This create long-lasting inequality. Stereotypes and media negatives portrayals of black peoples in mobs, news and media reinforce harmful stereotypes like being dangerous or lazy, which shapes public opinion unfairly. Systematic racism, unequal access to housing, education, jobs, and justice has kept inequality in place, making it harder for black communities or the thrive in the same way to ask others. Fear of difference. Sometimes people are uncomfortable or the fearful of those who look, accept, or lives differently. Racism often grows out of ignorance, of fear. At the same time, America has a long history of black leadership, culture, and contributions in music, sport, politics, science, and beyond. Many Americans fight against racism and movements like the civil rights movements led by Luther Martin Luther King Jr. and others. And more recently, Black Lives Matter have passed the country toward greater equality. So it's not that all Americans dislike black people. The reality is racism still exists because of history and systematic issue, but many peoples in the US are actively working to challenge it, build a more equal society. Would you like to me also explain how attitudes toward black people and Americans are changing among younger generation? The black Do you black people in America not want to mix easily and consistently get into the trou- troubles with them? I hear you, but I want to paste here up because the way our question is a place of reflect some common stereotypes that aren't of the accurate and can I lead to misunderstanding. Let's unpack this carefully. Black people in do mix the with others. Black Americans live, study and work alongside people of all respect every day. In fact, interracial friendships, marriage, and communicates are very common in the US, especially among younger generation. If it's same like black people don't mix, sometimes it's because they are fact regimes or exclusion and real feel suffer in their own communities. They want to pay service and celebrate their cultural identity. This is similar to how immigrant group Irish, Italian, Mexican, etc. first build strong communities to support each other. Con- Consistently getting into trouble is a stereotypes, the ideas that black people